How do you manage that? Like, how do you find these vendors or like the suppliers of organic? Like, how do you
We're
create
very
those?
active in an organization called Chefs Collaborative, which is an organization that is national and that connects restaurants to farms.
Oh, okay.
Farmers, fishers.
Okay.
We just participated 2 weeks ago. 5 people from our company attended Farmer Fisher Chefs Connection, which was an all-day-long seminar discussing exactly the things we're discussing today. Presentation from the lady that headed up the effort, for example, in Louisiana, to resurrect the devastated fishing vessel. It was a family fishing vessel that fished for shrimp in the Gulf after Katrina. A gentleman several people that raised organic beef. Other people, Nash's Farms and Squim, that raises a lot of biodiversity of different organic plants, and discussions of sustainability in restaurants, everything from how you recycle the fat to the oil to recycling in general to food to sustainable cups, compostable products.
But I mean, we started with finding a farmer for our spent grain, and then we made a connection through, because we're active in the farmers markets. We personally do our shopping at farmers markets with a limited amount of things from the grocery stores, and we appreciate grocery stores, especially those that handle our product. But they too have become more and more sustainable, more organic. But while we like organic, we're not going to buy something that's organic that gets shipped 1,400 miles.
Yeah.
Our goal is to deal with local purveyors, producers, the farmers, even our distributors. If we do get, like, our vegetables come through a food distributor, but they're buying from Charlie's Produce, and we know that our produce is coming from Charlie's, but it's necessary for us to have multiple deliveries a week. So a small farmer can't drive back and forth from his farm 5 days a week, or he won't be able to do any farming.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it has affected a broad number of restaurants. We're not the only restaurant, but most of the best restaurants are concerned with the same things that we are. And so now there are provisions for getting farmers' produce to the restaurant. And the Chefs Collaborative is one of the ways to do that. Same thing with brewers. When we started this brewery, maybe there were 50 breweries in America. Now there are 1,400. When there were just 50, for example, or a few years before that, many fewer than that, when I started in beer, there was one brewery making real beer from malt and hops and yeast and water. When that's the case, then supply. Where do you get your malt? You're dependent upon the malt that comes from Coors or Miller or Anheuser-Busch, which is the poorest quality malt, 6-row rather than 2-row, not made to taste the way that tastes, but rather to taste the way that those beers taste. And the same with the hops, and the same with the bottles, and the same with everything about it. So the system has to be in place in order to facilitate an expedient business plan. And that's what is happening now, both in terms of the food and the beer.
Exactly, and that's why more and more restaurants can follow a sustainable philosophy.